Thanks to our media counterparts for the company. The question you've asked is why discussing the school governing bodies is in the public interest. Fortunately, the dog did not bury its bone. Allow me to share 15 points to address this particular inquiry you've raised. Not in a descending order. First, all of us as law-abiding citizens contribute towards this 200 billion that is spent year on year on education budget. Other secondary reasons include, but are not limited to, that notwithstanding the school governing body's legislative role as envisaged in the South African Schools Act of 1996, the role of school governing bodies continues to be poorly understood by both authorities and the governing bodies themselves. As a result, this has had the effect of diluting democratic gains. Another reason is premised in answer to this relevant question. Is our education system relevant to the dynamic global economy we live in? 2, are we producing global citizens capable of being autonomous and economically active? Our national learner achievement is year on year around 70%. When are we going to exceed the 90% like our counterparts in the independents? Mathematical literacy is passed well, but what about pure mathematics? Half of our learners fail pure mathematics annually. Will our learners ever exceed 80% on pure mathematics? Fourth reason is a widening gap between township, school, and urban ones has resulted in many parents running away from township schools in favor of those with mighty school governing bodies. In the process, creating a lot of societal mishaps, one of them being social vacuums or social capital vacuums. 5, in the quest for quality education, the very same parents that run away from township school governing bodies and their schools pay exorbitant fees, in some instances more than even university fees. 6, in 2021, 70% of syllabi content could not be learned in most public schools. Well, this is understandable. I mean, COVID-19 crippled many industries, economies, and even sectors globally, with the public school not being an exception. However, the picture is different on the other side. The established school governing bodies were able to offer their learners hybrid contact time. This included online classes, and they have, due to this technology and as a result of its implementation, excelled during this COVID-19 restricted time. Meanwhile, the public school lagged behind. Actually, the school governing bodies within the public school are still caught in mortar and bricks class rotations. 7, people with theft and other convictions, insolvent, mentally ill, unsuitable to work with kids, are not excluded from SGB office as implied in the South African Schools Act and other statutes that are amended from time to time. Let me remind you of a case in context of a mayor who had to be withdrawn from public office due to a previous conviction that was recorded. SGB members need to be tackled in the same way. MECs and head of departments must not fail, but they need to withdraw characters that fail criminal and credit checks. These people or characters have the potential to temper and taint the noble SGB office. The eighth reason, it has been a hoopla that principals have been fingered in financial mismanagement of school. Do download for yourself a copy of the Corruption Watch report titled Loss of Principal New Schools. You'll be shocked that 9 out of 10 reported cases fingered the school principal as the ringleader in financial and fund embezzlement. The very same leader that is expected to look after the school purse. 9. Owing to wrong executive committee appointments within SGBs, unions have become more powerful than education district, since some principals have taken allegiance to their unions more important and less towards their employer in the form of school district directors. 10. School kids that continue to fall pregnant, irrespective of the sexual education initiative that has been put in place by our caring state. Last but not least is the soaring levels of absenteeism among educators, and the multiple instances of educator wellness sessions are a reason to worry. Some of us still ask, is our education workforce sick? This list is not exhaustive, but it lay bare bones in our shaky ground. So let us have discussions on learner achievement. Let us discuss learner dropouts. The issue of educators that do not give all their best in township schools should also be discussed.